And I want to talk about a box, not a cardboard kind, the kind they build around you at your work, the kind made of assumptions, habits, and half remembered feedback. It starts with a compliment. Oh, you're great with spreadsheets, or you're so organized, or you're a natural at customer service. And suddenly, that's all you're asked to do. That's a skills trap. You might have dreams of designing systems, leading strategy, or building creative campaigns, but you're stuck doing the one thing they decided you are good at. Not because you can't do more, but because they stopped imagining you in motion. And then there's the role freeze. You start in an entry level position. You learn fast, you take initiative, you mentor new hires. But when leadership roles open up, you're invisible. Why? Because, well, you're solid where you're at, or because they can't afford to lose you in that role. And the truth is, they've frozen your identity in place. And it doesn't matter how many years pass, you're still seen as the assistant, still seen as support, never as the one who might lead. And then there's the identity lock. Your age, your race, your gender, your education, they become shorthand for what you're best suited for. If you're young, they assume you're not ready. If you're older, they assume you're not adaptable. If you didn't do the right school, if you didn't go to the right school, they assume you're not strategic. If you're neurodivergent, they assume you're not leadership material. These aren't just biases, they're barriers, invisible ones, and they shape everything. If you've made a mistake early on, that's past performance bias. You missed a deadline, you misunderstood a directive, you struggled with a new system, and even after you improved, even after you excelled, that mistake becomes your reputation. It's the ghost of who you were, haunting every opportunity you try to claim. So, why does this happen? Because managers default to what's familiar, because organizations are siloed. People don't get to stretch, because bias, conscious or not, shrinks our imagination, because we don't have feedback loops that ask, where do you want to grow? Only, what have you done for me lately? And the impact? Burnout, disengagement, resentment. Workers lose confidence. They lose their professional identity. They leave, especially the ones who could have led, who might have innovated, who might have changed everything. But here's the good news. We can change this. We can reframe the narrative, help workers tell a broader story across roles, across pivots, across pain. We can offer stretch assignments, short-term projects that let people try something new without risking everything. We can build feedback rituals. Ask, what do you want more of? What's draining you? And where do you want to grow? And we can audit our roles, look at who's doing what and why, not just for efficiency, but for equity. Because every worker is more than their last task, more than their first mistake, and more than the box someone else has built for them. And when we stop pigeonholing, when we start imagining people whole, we don't just build better teams, we build dignity, we build possibility, we build justice. Thank you.